take a look at what they've been able to do, not just in the ACC, but they also have been able to be on this 15-game win streak. They have not lost a game since December 4th. They're doing it on the defensive end, as always, and getting it done offensively as well. And we are so excited to be joined by their head coach, Kara Lawson.
Now, head coach for Duke, Blue Devils women's basketball team, Kara Lawson. I've heard about it a lot, and she's coach for USA women's basketball.
Now, what stands out to you about what has gotten them to this point right now?
Let's listen in.
I think just our group has grown a lot through the course of the season, and they've stayed connected, and we just really challenged them at the start of the year, even before we lost some games, to try to be the team that grows the most through the year. You know, individual improvement is really important, and there's a lot that can be made in a week, in a month, in a couple months, and just try to challenge them to do that. And we've had players grow a lot through the year, and our team, you know, we've navigated ups and downs, but we've continued to get better. And I think that's what you want, is a team that's continuing to grow and get better. And we have, you know, a few more weeks before the postseason, and we have some improving still to do.
Coach, we talk so much about Toby Fournier, and rightfully so. She's been phenomenal, especially during this 15-game winning streak. But I think Taina Mayer has improved so much from last year to this year. She means so much to your team. What have you seen from her that's enabled her to take this next step in her game?
Yeah, I mean, she's one of the best guards in the ACC. You look at the career that she's put together, you know, it's pretty amazing. She's got a chance to get into the top 10 all time. There's been a lot of great point guards in this league, and Mayer, in terms of playmaking, is right up there with the best of them in history. And she's a winner. She's improved a lot defensively during her time here. Obviously, she's having to shoulder a bigger load, scoring load for us this year, and she's doing it. She's just a winner. Like T, I mean, she's the best. Like, you would love being around her. You would love coaching her. She comes in every day ready to compete. She plays with a lot of toughness. And she always believes, she always believes that she can win her matchup, and she always believes that Duke can win the game.
Kara, I always thought instilling confidence was probably my biggest job. And when you're sitting at 3-6, that's got to be a tough task for you. What are some things that you did to build their confidence at that point in the season?
I mean, I think it's always important, whether you're winning or you're losing, to remind them of who they are, you know, and what makes them good. And so I just remind them of who they are, you know, every day, every week, regardless of whether we win or lose. But they're capable of so much. And so we just talk about that. The other thing we talk about a lot is it's a great thing for women's basketball. There's a lot of attention. It's a great thing that there's a lot of platforms, and like all that is really good. But you can't allow those to distract you. And what's real and what's true is the film, and what's real and what's true is the analytics. And so always keeping a firm pulse on where you are in those areas and what you need to improve on allows you to just be more focused on what you need to be doing. So we just stuck to those things, and I knew we were going to be fine. I mean, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that the results are going to turn in our favor if we started playing the way that we're capable of.
Coach, you talked about how it's so amazing being around Toby. What are some of the development that you've seen outside of the court, outside of the X's and O's with Toby?
Off the court with Toby?
Yeah.
She knows where she's going on campus. She gets to places on time. She's just has a great personality, a bubbly personality about her. She's comfortable, has a great connection with her teammates. I mean, she's just someone that enjoys being in college and enjoys being a part of the team. Like, she loves the team aspect of it. And I think that's just an underrated quality in a player. You know what I mean? Like, they love being on a team. And she's obviously a star. She's obviously really talented, but she really enjoys that piece of it. Off the court, hanging out with her teammates. You know, the inside jokes that you have, and I'm not in them, so I can't talk. I don't know what they're talking about. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Having been on teams before, just that camaraderie. She's grown, and you know, she's maturing. She's growing up. Like she's, you know, got more maturity about her this year for sure.
Coach, we've enjoyed getting to know her, that's for sure. And she told us after the Louisville win, we asked her, are you going to get some, you know, something good, maybe a little candy or chocolate? And she said, no, grain bowl and veggies. So is this true, Coach? Like, do we get a little something after a win?
They can eat what they want. Like, I'm not, if you think I can control that, first of all, if you think I control anything down here in Durham, like you got the wrong idea, okay? These guys, they eat what they want. They do a good job though, like they're focused on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying they just eat whatever they want, but they're locked in. Like they want to be really good. And so they know everything's about choices and you know, they do a good job. And Toby's a great eater. Like she has a like a really diverse palate. So she'll try a bunch of different things. She's a good eater. So that was probably true. She said grain bowl and veggies. That was probably true. I mean, there's probably protein in there stuff too. But, yeah.
Coach, before we let you go, we got to ask you about the rivalry matchup coming up. It's something that I know, unless you are part of those programs, you can't fully understand what it means to get to play against each other. But obviously, a lot on the line in this one. What are you telling your team as they prepare for this edition of Duke, North Carolina?
I mean, it's a special game for us. Anytime we get a chance to play, you know, in the triangle, the environment's awesome. The teams, the games are really competitive. I mean, both teams lay it out there. So we expect nothing less. Obviously, for us to have a home game in Cameron, sold out, senior day for us. So a lot of emotions and a lot of things happening. And a big game for both teams doing really well this year. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to the competition, and we know they've had a great season so far. And so it'll be our first matchup this year, and can't wait.
Coach, we can't wait either. Sunday, 1 o'clock on ABC, and we will be continuing to follow what you guys are able to do the rest of the season, and we appreciate the time here on ACCPM.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, let's talk a little bit more about what Duke has been able to do this season. And we mentioned it in the interview there, what a turnaround it's been starting this season with a really tough schedule, going 3-6. And Kara and some of the team having to answer hard questions about where was this team going. Well, where they were going was just 15-0. They have rattled off 15 straight wins and turning things around. Coach, I'm sure not easy to do. You mentioned it with Kara Lawson, some of the challenges when they got off to that tough start. What's been the most impressive part to you about where this team is right now at this point in February?
I think it's